Pretty impressive performance on Saturday, it seemed like. You guys did a really good job for an offense that had been very explosive up until that point. I think you ran them off the field 3 and out about 5 times in a row, one stretch in the first half. Give me a kind of your overall Nate Woody assessment of the performance on Saturday.
There were some good things that we did out there on Saturday, but we're not satisfied with giving up touchdowns. I think that as we look at that ball game, we can see some formations and some plays that gave us some problems. So from a coaching staff, me in particular, I'm disappointed that we couldn't foresee those type of things happening and do a better job of preparing our team for it. To give up a 97-yard touchdown drive, and it's just not something we're satisfied with. So was the end result, was it something that we could have made better defensively? Absolutely, no doubt. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come out here and this next week we're going to get better. We're going to work harder, and we're excited to be able to do that this week in an off week, because I think New Mexico State's going to present an awful lot of problems for us, and we need to get back out here and work hard.
In terms of getting pressure on Wolford, how did you feel like that effort kind of worked out for you guys all around? I know it seemed like you did a much better job kind of containing the edges of the pocket, which was a change from Texas State. How did you feel like the pressure you generated really impacted the game, at least in the terms that you wanted it to?
I think there was times where we got in his face a little bit, but the game plan was more to contain the quarterback and keep him in the pocket and make him throw out of the pocket. Felt like maybe the height of the offensive lineman may have given him problems, being able to see down the field. So we wanted to keep him in the pocket rather than being able to scramble. And there was an awful lot of times we did that really well, and we were able to get off the field, and there's some times where we didn't do that so well. And just going back and studying ourselves, trying to find a better way of containing a quarterback that we want to keep in the pocket. There's some times where we want to flush a guy out, and this was not one of those games where we wanted to get him out on the edge.
You really, it seemed like the running backs you kind of held in check pretty well too. All those guys they're very different kinds of runners, but all average less than 4 yards a carry, and you pretty well kept them in front of you most of the day. You pretty pleased with the way you guys were able to fit on Saturday?
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of good things that we did. Versus the run game, I was concerned about. I have an awful lot of respect for Wake Forest's coaching staff. I think all of them are good teachers. I know most of them on that offensive side, and I knew this was going to be a difficult game for us. So I was happy that we were able to contain the run game, maybe with the exception of the quarterback a couple of times for the most part. If we could, I'll say it again, there was a formation or two where it gave us some problems in stopping them. I don't think that was on the players as much as it is it was a great scheme that we hadn't covered yet.
Good deal. Thanks, Nate. All right. Enjoy the week.